Hey guys, and welcome to 2025. This is Kim Mixon here with the Kim Mixon Real Estate team, coming to you with your annual market update, looking at what happened in 2024 in our local real estate market. We're switching up the format a little bit this year. Instead of doing the Facebook Live version where we went over interest rates and everything, in our real estate market monthly, what we're going to be doing is quarterly market updates to tell you what's happening each quarter and how it compares to the previous year, to kind of give us perspective on what's happening in our local real estate market. And then in between those quarterly updates, we're going to spotlight different mortgage professionals talking to us about all things mortgage and what's happening in the interest rate world, how that impacts sales, and just all those wonderful things that you want to know to help keep you informed. But for this video, we are just going to be looking at how 2024 closed out as compared to 2023. We're going to go a little deep into some numbers. I'm going to try to keep this pretty concise and clear, and I've got more information on the website, and I'll drop a link below with this video. So if you want to go there and look at it, you can. There'll be a little bit more detail on the website as well, but I'm going to try to give you the rundown and help you be informed and know what's going on in our local real estate market in order to help you make good decisions when it comes to your own real estate. So let's get started with Muscogee and Harris County, looking at how everything has closed out, how it compares, and what that might mean for us moving forward. So for 2024, there were approximately 2,550 closed sales in Muscogee and Harris County, and that compares to 2023 at about 2,529 closed sales. So I call that pretty flat, up a little bit, but pretty comparable, not a big change in those numbers. The average days on the market for 2024 was 38 days, and in 2023 it was 35, so not a big change there. Average sales price, this is where we did see a little bit more of a significant change. Average sales price for 2024 in Muscogee and Harris County went up to $271,700, and in 2023 it was $256,000. So we did get a nice little increase with that. One of the things that I want to make sure that you kind of are tracking is what's going on with overall closed sales volume year over year. So in 2023, well, let's start with 2022. So from 2022 to 2023, sales volume went down 21%. That was huge. That was when interest rates spiked, everything changed in the market, and it was, we felt that change. So sales volume went down 21% for that time period. For 2023 to 2024, overall closed sales volume went up 6.6%. So we gained some back. So I would call that a good situation under the circumstances. Average sales price, just to kind of give you a little information with this, from 2022 to 2023, the average sales price in Muscogee and Harris County went up 1.91%. Average sales price went up from 2023 to 2024, 5.93%. So despite the market coming down in closed volume from 2022 to 2023 at 21%, sales prices, overall average sales prices continued to increase. And we saw that in 2024 with a little more significant increase in average sales price for Muscogee and Harris County. Looking at active listings, and this changes by the minute. So when I sat down and put all these numbers together, this is what was active, but it changes by the minute. There were approximately 444 active listings in the Muscogee and Harris County MLS for right now. This time last year, there were about 371. So we've got some more inventory coming on. Current pending sales are about 225. Again, that changes by the minute. This same time last year, they were about 239. So not a real big difference there. That gets us kind of some quick stats on how we ended up in Muscogee and Harris County. Let's look at same information for Russell and Lee County on the Alabama side. Approximately 1,252 closed sales as compared to 1,308 in 2023. So a little bit, we did see some decline in number of sales. Average days on the market for Russell and Lee County in 2024 was about 35 days, and it was about 34 days in 2023, so not a real big difference there. Average sales price for Russell and Lee County for 2024 is approximately $275,000, and in 2023, it was about $265,100, so we did see continued growth in overall average sales price. Overall closed volume, like how much in actual sales price volume closed out. So in 2022 to 2023, it was down 16.2%. Again, a big number. That was a year that hurt. We felt it in the real estate community for sure. In 2023 to 2024, the overall sales volume went up 1.32%. So not a big change there, but we're glad to see that number go up and not down. Average sales price increase. So from 2022 to 2023, the average sales price increased 6.82% in Russell and Lee County, and for 2023 to 2024, it increased 3.73%. So we're continuing to see sales prices, average sales prices increase, and I've got some more for you on that, so hold with me on that just a minute. There are approximately 248 active listings for Russell and Lee County. Now, all of the information I'm giving you for Russell and Lee County does not include Auburn. That's outside of the market that I cover. So it's all the way up through Opelika, really, but I don't really cover Auburn, so I exclude that data, and it's a different market from our local market. So about 248 active listings. This same time last year, there were about 173. So again, we're seeing a little bit of increase in inventory, but still very low inventory. Currently about 90 pending sales, and this time last year about 130. So we are down on pending sales. I don't really have an opinion on what that means yet. I think we just have to see how things start rolling in first quarter of 2025. So, by the time we're doing our first quarter update, I'll have more feedback on what I feel like that really means for us throughout how this year is going to project based off of that. So, one of the things I want to look at and take a little bit more time on, and I'll go through it quickly, but it's not something that I've always highlighted, has to do with average sales price. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because when we look at the average, like the volume and number of transactions and all of those things, how does that relate? Like if average sales price is going up, is it just that the houses are getting bigger and that's what's making the average price go up? And the answer to that is no. That's not what is making the average sales price go up. The average sold price per square foot has been increasing year over year for the last 5 years. So I want to look at that real quick with you because it's important to understand everybody who's sitting around waiting for the real estate market to crash. That's not really the trend that we're on. And Lord willing, that doesn't happen anyhow. But what I'm trying to make sure people understand is there's nothing trending in the housing market saying that we're coming to a big housing market crash. So if you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for a crash, I don't think that's a great strategy. Now, of course, there are any number of things that could happen in the world or the economy that could cause markets to crash, but it's not going to be our real estate market that causes that. Things are very strong. We've got average sales prices continuing to increase over the last 5 years and even beyond that. and we've got still extremely low inventory. So when we look at average sales price, just to kind of give you some perspective, and I'm going to put this on the website breaking it down by year, but I'm just going to kind of go quickly through it now. In Muscogee and Harris County for 2020, the average price per square foot, the average sales price was $211,000. The average price per square foot was $92.41. It has increased every year, year over year. And in 2024, average sales price, $271,700. Average price per square foot, $127.76. Let's look at Russell and Lee County. And well, before we switch to that, in Muscogee and Harris County, over the last 5 years, the average sales price has increased 28.77%, and the average price per square foot has increased 38.25%. Let's look at Russell and Lee County. In 2020, the average sales price was $201,000, and that was $93.27 per square foot. In 2024, the average sales price, $275,000. The average price per square foot, $138.34. And again, has increased every single year. We have not seen those numbers drop. So in Russell and Lee County, over the last 5 years, the average sales price has increased 36.82%, and the average price per square foot has increased 48.32%. Those are real numbers. That is a 5-year history. So it's important to understand that. Again, if you're sitting around waiting for something to change in terms of, oh my gosh, all of a sudden, our market homes are going to get really cheap and all of that, that's not really what we're trending towards. So I just want people to have a reality of that understanding. We do not have a market where we have substantial foreclosures. We do not have a market where we've got saturated inventory. None of those things are happening that would start to drive pricing down. And for that matter, construction costs on new homes is doing nothing but continuing to go up and has been doing that for the last 5 years. As many of you know, my husband is a custom home builder, and he just told me the other day, hey, got notice as of 1st of February, the price of sheetrock is going up 20%. Not going down. They haven't ever called and said it's going down. It's going up. And what does that do? That drives the price of a home up. New construction goes up and resale pricing goes up. It all trends that way. So anyhow, I want y'all, I explain all of this so that you'll have an understanding of what's really happening in our market. And we are looking forward to 2025. I do think we'll see some additional inventory come to market. It'll be interesting to see how things go, first quarter, second quarter. Of course, interest rates always impact that. But the good news is for 2024, the overall mortgage interest rate came down on average from where it was at the beginning of the year to where it was at the end of the year. And we're hopeful that we'll see things not be too volatile in the real estate market. And when I'm talking about that, I mean in the mortgage interest rate side of our market. We don't want anything too volatile, but if we can continue to trend down some, I think that does give buyers a little more buying power. I think our biggest problems in our market right now are inventory and affordability. Prices are up and inventory is low. It makes for a difficult situation, especially for those first-time home buyers coming into market. So those are things to think about. I want you to be educated, to know about the market, and that's why I take time to put this information together. I hope you find it helpful and informative. And if you've got specific information you want about your neighborhood or a certain part of our market area, I am always more than happy to put that information together for you. So just call me, text me, email me. My phone number is 706-332-6349, and my email is kim@kimmicksonrealestate.com. kimmixon.com. So if you've got some specific questions, I am happy to address those on a one-on-one basis, something very, you might have something very micro that you want me to zone in on numbers, and I love the numbers, so I'm happy to do that for you guys. So as you are looking ahead at what your real estate plans might be for 2025, I hope you will keep me and my team in mind and call us with any questions, any concerns. We are here to help. And if you're thinking that this might be the year that you're going to be selling, buying, whatever that might look like for you, or even thinking, hey, it might, not sure that it's going to be this year, but looking ahead into 2026, now is not too soon to get with us and let us start working with you on what that plan is going to look like. It is not uncommon for us to work with clients for months and sometimes even a year or more in advance of what their next step is going to be to help them be informed and prepared and have a good plan in place. So we're here for it. We love it. And we hope everybody's 2025 is off to a great start and looking forward to giving you all the information. Let us know what we can do to help, and Happy New Year.